Hi. First activity in our holiday survival guide is values mining. And I created a PDF for my coaching clients a while ago. So I have that for you, but you can just use a piece of paper, but we're going to do it together. And I'm going to tell you why I think this is such an important piece of why it's like the first thing I do with every client and why it's such an important piece, especially during the holidays, is that when we are aligned with our core values, we are remembering what's important. And lots of times we get caught up in the current of life and we forget about what's important. So our values really help to remind us what's important. And if there's ever a time where we're going to get caught up in like mayhem, it is the holidays. So whether you're using a PDF or using a piece of paper, the first question that we ask is that you think of somebody you admire and then you write down 7 to 10 attributes of that person. And I'm going to do it now. So this is going to be a long video, but here we go. Spelled that word wrong. Okay, I have 7. That's enough for me. Okay, the next question. Think of 7 to 10 things that annoy you and then write down the opposite of that thing. So if lateness annoys you, then you would write down punctuality. Got it? Okay, that's the next thing. I'm kind of stuck at 4. I'm going to give it a couple seconds. If I can't come up with it, I'm just going to move on. Okay, I came up with 2 more. I forgot to say, in that first category, let's go ahead and do it now. Circle the 3 that stand out, that resonate to you in some way. And you're going to do the same thing for the things that annoy you. Just circle 3 of your total words. So you'll have 3 circled at the top and then 3 circled in the second section, both sections. Okay, last section. Write down 7 to 10 things that bring you joy, and then after you do that, then you'll circle 3 of them. You gotta flip the paper over. Other side, 2 sides. Okay, circle 3 of those. You can always push pause at any time if you need more time, but circle 3 of those. Okay, so then the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to look at all 9 of your circled words, any of the 9, and find the 3 that stand out. So given all the 9 that you circled, pick 3. They could be from any category. Okay, next section, you're going to make word strings. So from those 3 words, you're going to write 1 at the top of each of these little columns that look like that, okay? So you're going to write 1 word and then 1 word and then 1 word, and then underneath synonyms, things that remind you of that word, things that come to mind when you think of that word. You're just going to kind of crock pot in that word. Think of as many words as you can related to it. Okay, now you're looking at the keyword or any of the words underneath it and choose 3, any 3. Once you have those 3, you'll write them in the boxes at the very bottom, and those are your values. Mine are curiosity, ease, and quiet. And I didn't expect those. And here's what I know about our core values is that they are always changing, and there's no such thing as a bad one. It's just about what is important to you right now. So right now, these are mine, and I'll use them to guide me in these next 2 months. So before I go into a meeting or have a conversation with somebody, I might remind myself of what these values are. When I find that I'm in a situation where something is the opposite, like the opposite of quiet, the opposite of ease, and it's really bothering me, I'll be like, oh, well, it's bothering me because it's in conflict to my values. And then sometimes, like, we don't always get to choose things that match our values because life happens. It's not always like designed for you. Sometimes it's just lifing. And so when that happens, we think about, well, how can I integrate one of my values into what I'm doing? And how could I bring in some curiosity into this conversation that is triggering me? How could I bring in more ease into this moment? So it's about noticing when you're in alignment with your values and noticing when you're not, and asking yourself questions about how to get more in alignment with your values. And I'll add some questions at the bottom, but I hope that you use these values to guide you like a compass as we're moving forward in these next few months.